Hello, my name's Rob and welcome to Swift Slots. And welcome to the 2023 YouTube 1/43 scale proxy race. Now this is my first proxy race I've ever done, so hopefully I can do it some justice. So how did I get here? If you recall a few videos ago, I took my Carrera Go 997 and upgraded it into something a little bit more useful. And I uploaded that video to the slot forum, and within a few days I was in a three-way conversation and a proxy race was born. So what are the rules? Not much. Basically it's no silicone tyres for the good of the track and no goop on the tyres, again for the good of the track, and all the cars have to be approximately 1/43 scale. Other than that, anything goes. So what have we got here? We've got three competitors, each with three cars. Some of those cars are plastic body and some of those cars are die cast body, and they've all been built quite differently depending on the builder, so there's quite a lot of variation. So what I'll do, I'll get you down on the bench and we'll go through each one in detail and give you a nice close-up of each car. Okay, so from Team Puddle in Austria, we have a Porsche 997 plastic pull back and go body, vacuum formed glass, vacuum formed interior, 3D printed wheels, 3D printed chassis, 3D printed guide. We have an SCX compact motor with a 26 on an 8-tooth pinion and a ball raced back axle. Weighing in at 33 grams, we have the second contender from Puddle Slot Racing. Is an Audi DTM Carrera Go. Has a 3D printed guide, PU rear tyres, and the rest is stock Carrera Go. Weighing in at 69 grams, we have this die-cast Lamborghini from Puddle Slot Racing. Has a 3D printed chassis, 3D printed guide, 25k motor, 26 on a 28-tooth gear, and PU tyres. Weighing in at 43 grams from Settle Slot Racing, we have a Carrera Go Peugeot 206 rally car. There's a little bit of extra brass weight added to the bottom with a guide conversion. We've got O-ring front tyres and what looks to be standard rear tyres. Other than that, reasonably stock. Weighing in at 46 grams, we have the second entrant from Settle Slot Racing, a Porsche. I believe this was originally a pullback and go car converted to a slot car. We have a little bit of extra brass. We have a larger slimline motor, guide conversion obviously, and a set of PU tyres on the rear. And weighing in at 78 grams, we have the third contestant from Settle Slot Racing, a die-cast Porsche. It was originally a Hongwell die-cast car converted to a slot car. It has alloy back wheels and all the other adjustments to turn it into a slot car. And weighing in at 83 grams from Team Swift Slots, we have a die-cast Audi R8 converted from a Burago toy car. It has Swift Slots PU rear tyres, Swift Slots custom chassis, a 25k motor from Pendle Slot on a 27 to an 8-tooth gear ratio, and a standard Slotting Plus guide. Coming in at 81 grams from Team Swift Slots, we have a Renault Megane die-cast conversion from a Burago toy car. It has Swift Slots PU rear tyres, has Swift Slots resin chassis, a 27 on a 28-tooth gear ratio, Pendle Slot 25k motor, and a standard Slotting Plus front guide. The car was actually completely repainted as it used to look like that. And finally, weighing in at 49 grams from Team Swift Slots, we have a Porsche 997 Carrera Go conversion, plastic body, standard chassis. We have NSR Ultra Grip rear tyres, a 27 on a 28-tooth pinion set, a Pendle Slot 25k motor, and a Slotting Plus front guide. So there you are. You've had a close look at all the cars and you know what teams are involved. So round one will be on my home track, Crow Valley, which is a routed MDF track over 7 laps. At the end of each run, I'll give you the time for each car, and at the end of the race, I'll develop a scoreboard and place each car as it finished in both plastic and die-cast body. Then the cars will be packed up, they'll be sent to Austria for Peter on the Desmo to do his round 2. and after round 2 they'll be sent back to England to Graham so that Graham can do round 3, and at the end of round 3 the final results will be given. Links below for the Desmo, Peter's track, and Graham's track down below. So that's it. You know what's running, you know the teams, only one thing left to do: race!
Three, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
3,
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So that's it, all the racing is done, and this is what the scores look like when it's all tallied up. So there we are. I'm rather embarrassed to say my cars did okay. Probably because I had the home advantage, and I'm sure that will all be readdressed when the cars go off to other tracks. Hopefully. So I'd like to give a few of my thoughts on the cars as I race them. There's nothing personal, there's nothing in it at all. It's just my personal thoughts, and with every track and with every driver things will change. But there's just my thoughts on each car as I drove them. So I'll start with the AMG. It's very fast, it's very light, and it's very smooth and stable and predictable. But it's just a little bit too light. Just can't quite get the tyre grip down around some of the bends, especially as you crest. As you come underneath the tunnel and you come around that bend over the crest, the weight really stops this car from being able to be flung around. It tends to skip and then roll off the track if you're not careful. I had a few goes at it and you end up having to hold back just a little bit, and it's the same for the whole track. You just got to hold back just a little bit in the bends because it just wants to swing out due to a little bit of lack of weight. But other than that, it's a lovely car. The Lamborghini, it's a great handling car. It's very smooth and it is quick. But what's holding it back on my track are these tyres. They're just too grippy. It's very difficult to put 7 laps together without coming off when you're pushing it right to the limits. The tyres just dig in and then it just rolls over. It starts to chatter and it rolls over. But on another track, this car will be really good. The Audi R8. It's very smooth. It's very predictable, very stable within its performance bracket, but it is quite weighty, so you've got to stay within the performance bracket of this car and it'll return lap after lap very consistently. The Megane, much the same as the Audi R8, only a little bit more nimble, very smooth, very predictable, very slidey through the bends. You can really hook it up and go. But again, you've got to stay within the performance bracket of the chassis itself because it is quite a weighty car. But it is very nimble. So if you stay within that bracket of performance, it'll return lap after lap smoothly. The Porsche 997. Now this is a really good car. The problem with it is the tyres are very grippy and it's a very high centre of gravity. Although it's a quick car and will perform very, very well, you've really got to drive it straight. There's absolutely no getting the back end out and powering through the bends with it. You've got to keep it straight and you've got to keep the speed into the corners at a decent rate. Otherwise, it'll just hook over and roll over. It's a real shame because that is a really quick car if you could just get the back end out and just able to power through the bends. The Hongwell 997. This car's got a lot of heart. It's a lovely car to drive. It's not fast. It's not fast. It's just a great car. It's really smooth. It just got a lot of character. It's just quite a high centre of gravity and quite narrow tyres. It kind of, you've got to drive it like a car. You can really give it full power. a lot of the time, which is nice because a lot of these cars you can't. You're in the bottom 20% of the performance, otherwise there's too much power and it slides out. This car's not like that. This car is like full power here and full power there. It's a really nice car to drive. It's just not terribly quick. So I've saved these three cars for last for a very good reason. Now obviously the 997 is fast as anything. It really is a rapid car. It's got the handling to go with the speed. But the trouble with this car is you've got to stay within its performance bracket. It's so easy to overdrive and it'll have you every time. It's got so much power. You've got to keep it under control. If you keep it under control and you drive what looks like a slow lap, it's going to be fast. If you try and push it fast to get a fast lap, you'll overdrive it and it will fall off the track. But stay in that envelope and it flies. This 997, I really struggled with this car. Not because it's a bad car, it's a very, very good car. It's very quick, but it's very light. And the problem with it is the guide doesn't have a stop. So because it's light, it wants to slide, which is great. But because it doesn't have a stop, it overslides and then it locks out completely. As you can see, it will swing all the way around. And it's so easy to come into the corner, overslide, lock out and just jam up. And I really struggled to get consistent laps with this car that were fast. I just couldn't get the back end out and power it through for fear of it stepping out. But it's got a lot of potential. If that guide could just have some stops on it, it would be a different car. And definitely saving the best for me until last is the Go 206. I love this car. It wasn't the quickest, but it only wasn't the quickest, I think, or a quick car, because its overall top speed wasn't quite there. And it's an absolute blast to drive. It's really quick through the bends. You can get it so sideways and just keep on powering through. It's such a rewarding car to drive. It's such a pity that it just doesn't have that top end speed to hammer it down the straight. If it did, this would be a brilliant car. So I've definitely saved the best till last. So what are my top 3 cars in conclusion out of this collection of cars here? Well, might surprise you a little bit. Not that one. It's just fast. It's a fast car. This car is one of my favourites. It's got a lot of heart and the way you drive it is quite unique. But it's very rewarding when you're right on the edge and you're giving it loads of power. So that's my third most favourite car. My second most favourite car isn't that one. It's my Audi R8. Unfortunately, it's my Audi R8, but whatever. But it's just so very smooth and predictable. It's just lap after lap after lap. You can just put the laps in and it'll just keep rewarding. Keep it within its performance bracket. And this just keeps on going. It's not the fastest, but it's just a good car to drive. But you may have guessed it. My most favourite car is the 206. It's just a blast. I love it. If I could only keep one of these cars on the table, it would be this one. But I'd probably put a faster motor in it. It's a great car. Great car. So there we are. That concludes the 2023 YouTube 1/43rd scale proxy race. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. It was a lot of work to put together, but I've thoroughly enjoyed racing all these cars. It gives real good eye-opener on other people's cars on my track. It's nice to be able to drive other people's cars and not just watch other people drive their cars. It gives a whole different perspective on the hobby. So, if you enjoyed this content, maybe you'll subscribe. And if you hit the little bell button, that'll be awesome. So until the next time, thank you very much.